Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen. Hello, hello, hello. I am gonna have to hold off on the music for a tad second here. There we go. My apologies. I've been having a lot of technical issues today, so I'm gonna quickly look and see if that was fixed after a quick setting change. Because if it has, then booyah. If not, well, rip. It has! Oh my god, yes! Hey, shout out to my my good friend Alec. For fixing that. I appreciate it. Alright, so. Hello, 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 everyone. Let me turn that down actually a little bit. Oh, we're back. Today is the first day back, and we have a lot to go over, considering that last week was a very, very intense session. So, Rusty unfortunately got called away today, so he is not going to be joining us for the first part of the stream. He is most likely going to be back in for the ending of the stream, but that's okay. Unfortunately, we're going to have to fill him in on the dump that is about to come. So, let's head into chat, say hello to everybody. And see how we're doing.
I just want to play the next Horizon Zero Dawn. I really like the first one.
What's so wrong with the second one? Why can't you play it?
Oh, because it's not on PC until March 21st.
Oh, that's right. Fucking
Fuck
Sony
you.
and their exclusives.
Fuck you, PlayStation I know, that's not how I feel right now. I just want to play it because I really like the first one. I got hooked on it, man. It was bad. You know that.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
I mean, how do you think us Monster Hunter players feel? Like, we're scared that Wilds isn't going to be on the PC.
Oh, that's right. Wilds is is it Brain Hello. Wilds is just
honestly, they would lose a lot of money if they didn't.
They did, especially with how well World is doing right now.
Yeah.
Like, literally, Capcom went on Twitter and said, hey, go play World. And then immediately, for like a solid month and a half, 2 months straight, 100,000 concurrent players.
Good on them.
Why?
Because it's such a great game.
It is a good game.
Comparing World to Rise, it's night and day.
I will say I like the way everything feels in World more than I do Rise.
Yeah, I'm not looking forward going into Rise. By the way, Alec got back to me, and he fixed my stream. So,
yay! What was wrong with it?
I had a hardware acceleration setting turned off, and it has to be turned on in order for Roll20 to work properly,
So
which is really stupid.
You didn't have a need for speed?
It's not a need for speed. I have enough speed, especially with the new parts that I Frankensteined into my computer.
Well, more power to you.
I'm just surprised that I'm actually in chat before Jacob.
That is the weird thing. I will agree with that. That's I don't know what's going on there. He must have gotten pulled away by his parents, his mother or something.
Probably.
Walk the dog.
I'm gonna go double check his stream. Oh yeah, he's still on starting.
Yeah, I know. It's weird.
Huh. Well, good. Now we get to do what we do to Josh, to Jacob.
Oh wow, is this what it feels like to be on the other side?
Yeah. All right, Josh, give us a topic so we can ruin it.
Oh Jesus, I don't know. I don't know.
Should
I
we
know.
talk about?
Every single time I jump into chat, you guys are just talking about the most random shit.
That's, it's truly a gift, to be honest.
Well, we could talk
Unfortunately,
about.
we were also down Rusty, so.
That's
Yeah.
true.
Yeah,
He
but
is a
it's
menace.
it just comes down to pick a topic of something that has happened during the week or something you've watched during the week that's highly either gruesome, inappropriate, or just downright stupid.
I mean, there's that
I mean,
video
if
you
you
just
I mean,
did,
if you
Cody.
want to talk about like any topic, who we actually talk about for those who've seen it has been. I am like
Ah,
geeking out
it's
because
so
of
good.
Has-Been.
I do
Hold on.
miss some of the original voice cast.
I'm
but-
not gonna lie, I do too. But the new voice actors that are on the characters right now are
Hutch.
doing a
Hutch.
fantastic job. Husk's voice actor was the villain from The Princess and the Frog,
Oh, I'm well aware.
which was mind blowing for me.
Loser is such a good song.
It
It's one of my
so
favorites.
is. Poison is blowing up my Spotify right now.
Yeah. Like that episode definitely had the best song so far, next to Alistair and Vox's basically rap battle.
Oh yeah.
You want to hear something funny, guys?
Yo,
My little sister got my father to watch Has-Been Hotel before I got to see it. I still haven't seen it. My sister and dad were in
Oh
the
my God.
living room
Cody,
watching it just
they're
minutes
gonna love
ago.
it.
Cody, are you doing anything after stream?
Not really. Why?
If you want to, I can pull it up on Prime and we will watch it.
I
it's,
have it on my TV. My father and sister were just watching it.
Yeah, but I want to watch it again.
I second this motion.
Oh God.
It's just the nice thing is Prime did good because it basically it took the original artist's idea, made it into more of we can make a congruent plot out of this. We have other than the hotel, we now have a inciting incident to cause the hotel to be a necessity. And we just learn more and more and more. I can't wait to figure out what the fuck Alistair's plotting.
I want to know what he's doing too.
He's up to-
A24 TV has been doing such a fantastic fucking job. I was so scared. I will admit I was terrified
I think
when
everyone.
I heard that Amazon took over, that A24 was owned by Amazon. I'm like, oh my god, no! They're going to take this pilot that literally has like 100 million views on YouTube right now. In fact, I'm gonna go look up the exact number. But
You were scared they were gonna scrap it.
I was so afraid that the show was going to be completely different from what the pilot initiated. But if you watch the pilot on YouTube and then go into the actual show, it lines up wonderfully. They had a small like week time skip, which is fine, but it still works fantastically.
It pretty much comes after the pilot though. They still
Yeah. 95 million views
yeah.
right now. Jesus.
I think
I
I will
just-
watch it with you guys after session.
Dude, watching the first 4 episodes of Has-Been Hotel made me go back and rewatch all of Hell of a Boss right now.
true. Hell of a Boss is
Oh
so good.
my
too.
god, it's such a
And
good show.
I'm glad Vinny Pop just like Hell
You
Vinny
have-
Boss is now
Yeah.
this
This
thing, and
is
I'm just-
my passion project to help build the world of Has-Been Hotel, and I have never cried so much and have felt so many emotions for especially demons.
Moon. Well, I mean, what do you think about it? Most people who end up in that realm tend to be the
Quote unquote bad guys.
well, not even that. They're broken in some levels, so they're
Dude,
just kind of-
okay. Here's a topic of conversation then. Who is your favorite Hell of a Boss character?
I'm still gonna stick with Hell of a Boss. I truly stand Solus.
Stolas? Okay.
Yeah.
Stolas is
He's
a
just-
fantastic character.
he's just a broken little guy who's just looking for some happiness in a shitty situation.
Agreed.
Yeah, absolutely.
Agreed. My favorite is Viscerale.
That's a second high up there for me.
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure you can guess the scene that gave it to me was the scene where he was signing to that little kid.
Mm-hmm. Oh my
I
God.
was just like, you're my favorite character. You are an amazing character. I fucking love
Because
you.
So I realize Elevated Boss follows the entities that are born in hell. Like everyone in Elevated Boss was born in hell. They're not a
Yes.
soul from Earth.
Yes.
Which is in the first episode, I think they explain it in Hazbin Hotel. Sorry. Explain it in Hazbin Hotel. I will have to watch it because I don't want to spoil it for you, Cody.
Yeah.
It's not a major plot point, but it's just an interesting little tidbit.
Wait, Cody, does that mean we have to watch the pilot too?
No, I've seen the pilot, but
Okay.
Josh, what I'm hearing is we need to watch the pilot.
We'll watch the pilot. Fuck.
Yes.
Listen,
Yeah.
you cannot spoil anything for me. You can tell me exactly what the hell is going to happen in the next scene. You won't spoil it for me. Because
it's just basically
yeah, I build my own views.
that's fair. It's not really
Yeah.
like spoiler. They just explain that because heaven comes down and kills the souls of the humans once again to deal with the population issue. They explain that Lucifer basically it's like anything born down here off fucking limits.
Yeah.
Because they are the people who function and manage and make hell work.
Yeah, that's the reason why like most of the main cast is safe. Like the only people who I think are at risk actually is everybody except for Charlie.
Everyone but Charlie.
Yeah, everyone but Charlie.
I don't know Vaggy's
No, Vaggy is mortal.
Is Vaggy mortal? That's
Yeah,
what I thought.
she was a mortal soul because in the pilot, before she gave an explanation of Alistair, she was telling Angel that Angel has been in hell longer than she has.
Yeah, isn't Alistair the radio demon also mortal?
Yes, he is also mortal.
Yeah.
Hazbin Hotel is mainly focused around the mortal souls of hell, with the exception of Charlie.
Yeah, because she's Lucifer's daughter.
Where Elevated Boss is being focused around the
entities that were born in hell. Yeah.
The residents of hell. Yeah.
Gotcha.
It's a fantastic show, and I cannot wait for the rest of it.
Amen to that. All right, now I'm seriously a little concerned about Jacob.
Yeah. All right, but
I hear it's spam Jacob time.
Go for it, KP.
If you want to, KP, go for it.
Where you at, chicken butt?
All right, I need to go find the B movie script that Dave keeps sending me.
Just go in your DMs. What do you mean, find it?
No. First, I gotta get past all the groundhog gifts of it yelling Matt. There it is. All right, we're just gonna copy Jacob. There we go. Control and paste. That didn't work. Fuck. I don't want this toxic little thing on my
clipboard.
On my, I have the doubt. I can change. Obviously, this is just because Dave knows coding and I don't. So I don't know what to do there.
I couldn't tell you. I barely can function on a normal computer.
That's a mood. What the hell happened? All right, let's see. What do I want to spend Jacob with?
I'll be honest, I truly believe he got pulled away by his family or something.
He had to have, because this is very like.
I mean, he messaged me at 12 after 6, but
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
no,
haven't
no,
heard
like
anything
we
since.
started streaming, and then he just vanished.
Well, he went to go start his stream, and then
He has yet to return.
Yeah, it's weird.
right, I got groundhog yelling at him.
Are they saying Helen?
I know they're all yelling, "Hey!"
Hey, 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 hey. Did you know if you burn your skin far enough, you can actually peel it off like a glove?
Ooh. I mean, you have enough. Your jaw is strong enough to bite your fingers off.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
your brain subconsciously prevents you from doing that.
Yeah.
Yep.
Screw you, subconscious. I'll do what I want. I realized I screamed very loudly and the mic didn't pick it up because I just peeked it out of existence.
Oh, jeez.
It's another happy day in hell. Wake up.
I have sent him Navi.
So, I worked for my weekend. I worked for my uncle last weekend, right?
Yeah.
And I showed up. I had put the last of my money in my gas tank so I could get down there to work. Now, usually when I get down there, I don't eat all day. I just work from the time I get there to the time I'm leaving because I don't have any cash. I'm usually broke by the time it comes to the weekend.
Mm-hmm.
And Uncle looks at me, he's like, "You got money for food?" I'm like, "No, I'm broke. I put the last of it in my gas tank." And he's like, "I just paid you last week $300. Where the hell did it all go?" Bob, it's called bills. You know? What normal people have to pay? I couldn't get over that. That was so funny. Jeez.
All right. Well, regardless, we should still try and get through something today.
Guys,
Yeah,
I've been chosen.
By what?
Oh God.
My brother's cat.
Oh no.
She just came and plopped down on the pillow I had catnip on for her yesterday. It still has a little bit of catnip on it. So I'm sure that's probably why. But did you just want company? Hi, kitty girl.
All right.
All right then.
So, previously on the region of Luavara, you guys have decided to finally enter and infiltrate the kingdom of Dandelier, and stealthily made your way. I'm going to put stealthily in quotes here. Made your way down into the archives that reside
Damn you,
within
Silky.
the council.
Stealthily, we threw a man down the stairs.
Yes.
Hey, no one heard it. I like to point out.
Upon navigating through the sewers and fighting your way through a small horde of rats, you guys managed to come up through one of the sewer grates that resided within the castle's dungeons. And in those dungeons, you have successfully managed to locate Ragnir's mother, father, and above all people, the former king of Dandelier, Thalmor. So, in exchange for some knowledge of the archives, you guys heard from Thalmor that the only person that is capable of opening the locks was a man by the name of Delrazon. And so the party set out into the archives to try and locate this gentleman, and to also, of course, steal blueprints to silence. When reaching the archives through a secret passage in the Dwarven Castle, you guys managed to find its guardian, and with the password cheese and crackers, you guys have befriended Wubbus, the little awoken mouse mage, who is the guardian of the archives.
We are official Wubbus stands. We are officially Wubbus stands.
You touch the Wubbus, you get the beatus.
You touch Wubbus, we're gonna Wubbus you.
That's gonna
And
be
that's
our
a
new
wet.
verb.
Turn them into Wubbus.
Oh man.
All right.
We're gonna Wubbus you up.
With Wubbus's help, you guys managed to navigate through the archives in order to find the last remaining scroll that is associated with silence. An ancient, brittle piece of parchment that didn't give you schematics for the kingdom, but what you found was a scroll of 3 secret passageways that lead from the outside of the kingdom in.
How dare you call them passageways? You know what they're called.
I know what they're called. I'm choosing my words very carefully here. Alright. Upon further investigation of the archives, you all went through and learned a little bit more about Wubbus and his master, who was buried underneath the table that he was reading his book on. Trying to open the coffin to get to his spell book. Nobody can actually get into it due to the magical runes that were on it. So, Alistair went to go find Silky, who was scouring the entire archives at this moment. Upon finding Silky, then Alistair found Silky, but she was in a hurry. Apparently she found something, stole something, and triggered an alarm. Thus, a massive fight ensued within the archives, barely leaving you guys alive. But, through some terrible rolls and some sheer luck, everybody managed to escape, cutting off Delrazon's hand in order to open the dungeon doors, freeing the king and Ragnar's parents, and escaping through the same sewer system that you guys entered on. Of course, now with Senior's guidance. And so
Also,
everyone ran.
to point this out to KP because she wasn't here. When Josh is describing something, any scene, pay attention to the context clues, because apparently we had to figure out that we had to cut off a certain hand based off of the colors of the lights in the building. So, every little bit of detail is
I now
very
have to
important.
start
Apparently.
critically analyzing everything he said, and my ADHD can't handle that.
That just means I have to focus. I can't do two things at once.
Oh
don't
no!
do that.
Oh no! Imagine having to focus in a D&D campaign that's heavily on roleplay and lore.
Hey,
Oh, the humanity!
I focus as much as my dumbass brain can.
I am always here. I'm always interactive. That should be more than enough.
Yeah, we interact. We're just not detail oriented.
I try when I'm not dying.
All right. So,
What
with
color was that lady with the red hair's dress? Was it
Wh-
green?
where
Is
were-
that truth?
where were you on the night of the 34th?
You see, I was up
It
near
was
Public.
Professor Plum in the library with the candlestick.
In the
You got
ass.
nothing on me, Kappa.
All right. And so once you all escaped the sewers, you all ran. And finally setting up camp within a couple of hills just to settle down, relax, and heal a little. All right. So
I heard healing.
we are going to pick up in the camp with everyone here except for the donkey and the cart, because you guys still don't have those.
I don't even know where that is at this point.
As far as you guys are aware, it is still in Dandelier.
I'll get it back eventually.
Eventually. So, we're gonna have King Thalmor. We also have Piper, who was a very massive help to you guys.
Oh, for real.
For real, for real.
So we've taken the long rest at this point, Josh, or
Yes, you guys would have taken a long rest at this point.
just gonna casually put my 5 HP in there.
And then, of course, Mr. and Mrs. Goldbottom.
Level 4 now, so that goes up by 1, so I get 6 HP. Yay! Why does it say I have max HP? I definitely know I don't have max HP right now.
Can I see a bigger, or can we make Piper's picture bigger? I haven't seen it.
Oh, you haven't seen Piper's picture yet?
I know I was low. We'll say 9 because I know I was below 10.
Yeah. So KP Piper is a bard who uses her flute as her instrument to channel through.
Here we go.
All right. So, everybody wakes up. You're all sore, in pain. And you can mostly just see Thalmor, and we can also say Miss Goldbottom is there as well. Just cooking everybody up some breakfast with what they can find. Alistair, I'm assuming you're up early to help them forage
Yeah.
for stuff.
I doing what I do best.
Give me a survival
Being-
roll for finding some ingredients. Nice. Okay. Yeah, you guys got a nice, good hearty stew going right now.
I rolled an 11.
Some bird eggs you found that you're cooking on some rocks.
I found some quail. They go great with these. They go great with the cilantro I found.
It's a bit unusual, but Ragnar is very late to getting up. Especially with food on the table.
Yeah, Silky is also going to be a little late getting up as well. Of course, everybody's going to be greeting you all. Good morning, all. We got some nuts, some berries, and then Alistair here is cooking up some stew for us.
Nothing beats stew. Actually, if I'm making anything in the morning, I'm gonna make porridge.
Oh, there you go.
Oh, jeez. I could barely sleep a wink last night.
I will say Alistair's hood is down.
Too many questions running through my mind.
Well, I'm very grateful for your rescue. I wish I could repay you somehow, but
You're gonna repay us in due time. Don't worry about it now. Right now, we have to deal with the fact that tieflings have infiltrated the Dwarven Kingdom and seem to be running it.
Could you perhaps provide a little insight on that?
About my kingdom being taken over, or the tieflings?
D,
Yes.
all the above.
All right. Well, for as long as I can remember, back when my father and his father were rulers of the Dwarven Kingdom, there has been several deals and instances of tieflings coming to the surface, looking for trade and looking for refuge. Tieflings are native to the Underdark. Same with drow, vampires, werewolves. But it is odd the fact that there has been tieflings sighted on the surface. There hasn't been any ever since the great collapse of silence. I mean, granted, yes, there have been some who have migrated to the surface world, but nothing on such a large scale, let alone infiltrating and posing as leaders of a kingdom. My suspicions are coming to lead to me where that our council that we had wasn't fully dwarven at all.
I would argue that's probably a very safe assumption to make.
Like I stated, not long after I gave up my throne in favor of the council, I was taken into the castle for what I was led to believe, just the clean out of the rest of my stuff. And I have been imprisoned ever since.
That's really the part that doesn't make sense. If you were willingly leaving, what's the point of capturing you?
Well, as king, I'm sure he would have interest in the it would be easier to keep him under wraps.
That's what I was led to believe. As I said, I have been locked up for several years. A couple decades at best.
Yes.
I was never spoken to, I was never interacted with, questioned, nothing.
Out of curiosity, when did the king go disappear? When did the council get put into place? So, yeah. Asking DM.
That's what I'm trying to think of. Because the Dwarven Council was the last kingdom to be councilfied. I would probably say Ragnar, how old are you again?
51.
51?
Yep. I'm just a bay. Old enough to drink. Still a bay.
Yeah. I would probably say that the Dwarven Kingdom has been under the guidance of the council for about 250 years then? No, that doesn't sound right. I gotta get like a full-blown timeline written out.
Okay, we'll put that.
We'll put a
tick
pin
on
in
that.
that. We'll put a pin in
Yeah.
that.
Well, the last one, the council, it has to be younger than 8.
Yeah, it has to be younger than 8, and she's like 100 and something, 142.
Hmm.
So we could probably say about 100 years.
Okay.
Then that would put Thalmor's imprisonment to about 40 to 4 to 5 decades.
Still
Okay.
a long fucking time.
Piper's going to speak up and she's going to ask, well, that still doesn't answer the question as to why the tieflings are there. Like, wasn't the council originally created by dwarves? Before I stepped down, there was the big talk about how the Silent Council was putting the kingdom back together, and it's supposed to be ushering in a new era after the Age of Darkness. However, obviously there were some people who weren't okay with it, so all in total, we asked the rest of the dwarven population of their entire thoughts about it. Senior's gonna speak up and say, I do remember that vote. I was never in favor of the council, but it was quite the shock to hear that the results favored in the councils over you, your majesty.
I'm gonna go on a limb here and say it was probably rigged from the very beginning.
And speculations would lead to that. But the question is, what happens to the kingdom now? That is my biggest worry. Delrazon was supposed to be the leader of everything, so it's most likely that one of his subordinates are going to be taking over. However, they're not going to be very delighted to hear that Delrazon perished, and the fact that there has been numerous secret documents from the archives stolen.
Yeah.
I fear that whatever venture you lot have been chasing after has put a much bigger target on your back.
Oh, I'm not shocked by that whatsoever.
Well, Silky,
Hmm?
would you perhaps show the king your weapon?
I guess I can. I have a few questions for myself, actually. Hence part of the reason why I was up so late.
Yes.
So the king is obviously going to inspect the weapon and say, well, this is interesting.
We kind of have a target on our backs anyways.
I can understand why. This sword has a great significance in the history of Luavara. How did you come in possession of it?
That's a great question. Silky?
I borrowed it. My master was in possession of the sword before he was hauled away by soldiers about 2 years ago. And Piper's going to speak up and say, Minder, that's also around the same time when Silence closed its doors. I don't know where he got it from or how he became in possession of it. But we've come to believe that everything is linked somehow.
Oh, mother, father, to fill you in, the sword is made of star metal. It is the Sword of Silence.
Good heavens, the sword is returned.
Yeah, it's kind of why you were imprisoned.
Sorry about that.
We went to the museum, the sword started to glow, and it drew attention to us, and I guess someone made me, so it kind of drew you guys in. Speaking of which, I wasn't able to find any of our cousins in town. Are they okay?
We sent out warning messages to them.
Oh, thank God.
Yeah.
Whew.
As soon as the first group of soldiers came to our house and questioned us, I immediately sent warnings to the rest of the cousins and told them not to come back, to run. So as far as I am aware, they're safe.
That's good.
But now, this comes to bring up a couple of questions that I have, especially for you, Your Highness. Alright, ask away then, child. The Sword of Silence supposedly disappeared roughly how long ago now? Oh, goodness. 500 years, I'd say, ish. And it was shortly after the fall of Silence. Correct. So, why was it that the only thing in the archives that was left of Silence was a frail scroll of secret passages? There was nothing else in the archives that we could find. I believe Wubbis can answer that question for you.
Wubbis, I'm going to say he's been on Alistair's shoulder this whole time.
Well, there was a reclamation. Bunch of soldiers of Silence came to archives and took back documents. That was 40 years ago. At least that's what my master told me. The secret passages specifically were property of Dandelier. No one else was to know about them. According to legend, it's the method of how the Nameless King managed to escape the fall of his kingdom. He ran from the fights. And then Silky's going to look at the king and say, at least that's what the new history says. She's going to reach into her bag and she's going to pull out a very large leather-bound book that has definitely seen its time. And she's going to put it on the ground and say, the king didn't run from his fights. He was escorted away from the battlefield. At least that's what this book says. The new history, she pulls out like a smaller one, sets it on top of it, reads that the Nameless King cowardly ran away from the war. King Felmore, which one of these histories is true? Child, I wish I can tell you. If one book says another and another author says another thing, neither one can be deemed as gospel. You cannot choose what is true and what is false. The stories that my father have told me, I certainly would not see the Nameless King as running away. I would never have seen him as a coward. There's one more mention in this book, but we've never heard of this name before. What is a Lightbringer? She's gonna reach down and open up one of the books, and then in like the back pages of the older history book, you're gonna see that like a bunch of the pages look like worn, like ripped and torn and such, and then like blotched very sloppily in ink, written on some blank pages near the back of the book. It reads Lightbringer. As far as I am aware, it is an old legend from Silence. I know not all too much about the legend. All I understood that is the Lightbringer is a warrior of some kind. The stories of the Lightbringer were most likely taken back when the Reclamation happened. Unless Webus has heard of anything about it. Nope. I can bring light.
Yes, you can, buddy. Don't anyone tell you elsewise.
God, I had a nursery rhyme pop in my head. You are my sunshine, my only sunshine.
So theoretically, everything that we would need to find out more about this lost section of history, why Silence is repossessing documents, and probably why they locked the front door, is all trapped within the city.
Oh, hello, Jacob.
Hello.
Oh my god, he's alive!
Are you okay?
Yep, everything's fine.
Alright. I'm just checking. Because you've been live for almost an hour and you're still on your starting screen.
Still on the starting screen, what the fuck?
Yeah, you've been muted and deafened. We've been going for a bit.
Just a quick recap and then a little bit of
Conversation.
The power of magical edits.
yeah.
Yeah. We are worried for your safety.
So
We were
basically-
concerned for your health.
So basically what we're going up against is a large scale conspiracy theory.
Oh, that's it. We're crazy. Only way to explain it.
I mean, we can't be that crazy if we're literally sitting next to the former king.
I know, I was making a joke.
Well, the question would be, what are we gonna do now?
Next stop, silence? We march in there with an army of adventurers, say fuck you, and open the doors.
An army of adventurers going against an army, a national army? No, ain't
Well,
gonna happen, bud.
I would
We got the
highly advise against that.
Well, we can't get in there without someone realizing we're not supposed to be.
One thing you should know about Silence is that it is the most defended kingdom in the entire region. Once known to be having peaceful allegations with the rest of the world, the king would have been a fool if he'd never prepared some type of defense or an army. That is where the paladins come in.
Oh yay, paladin.
Oh dear.
Is there anything you can tell us about these paladins?
Like how to keep their egos in check?
My father was telling me once of a conversation with the Nameless King, saying he never wanted to impose silence as a threat. However, if the need arises, he must do everything that he could to defend his kingdom. Like I said, he wasn't a coward. So, when silence fell, aside from the usual kingdom guards and such, he, the Nameless King, launched his secret army, which turned out to be the Paladins of Silence. Whether or not these paladins are still active, that's to be seen. Because we have not seen any of them in quite some time. And also the fact that I've been locked up for 50 years or so.
I wonder if the soldier at the front gate with the heartbeat lock is a paladin.
Maybe. In truth, we don't know anything about him, so...
Does this insignia seem familiar to you, Your Highness?
That's right, we did get that.
Yeah, I forgot we did. I wrote it written down, I just forgot we had it.
I don't unfortunately recognize the insignia. What is the name of the soldier?
I know I wrote that. I had to.
Dershia? Yeah, Dershia the Loyal, right?
Yeah, Dershia the Loyal.
Didertius.
Yeah, there it is. There's a second Der.
Yeah.
I
I hate you.
I remember there being a knight that goes by the name the Loyal, but I don't remember him being named Didertius.
Well, there's definitely a knight named Didertius. And he's basically immortal from what we could tell.
Yeah, I can't kill him, can't outwit him.
He also reads minds.
There's also a rather interesting lock on the.
Oh,
We did inform him about the heartbeat lock.
like I said before, I know of a tale that the elves were in charge of that. There's a good chance that they may know something about the lock. And the doors that were created for the entrance to Castleguard were cut from a mahogany tree in Elendor.
All right.
But
Mahogany.
when it comes to magic and such like that, the dwarves are not that well into it. Smithing
That's
and
fair.
craftsmanship is our style. If you need magic, you're going to want to talk to the residents that live within the kingdom of Elendor.
So currently, we have 3 corrupt, theoretically, well, 2 theoretically, 1 we know, corrupt councils infiltrated by what we can assume are tieflings because they seem to be up to no good, and the steady systemic counseling of the 3 major powers does not it's not an unseen coincidence. Then we either wander in the silence and try and find Silky's master, or wander over to Elfland and see if we can open the door.
Yeah. Mm.
If you do plan on going into silence, I would highly suggest not taking in an army through the secret passages.
Yeah, then they get found.
Is there anyone that knows the kingdom that you can contact?
We do know a former soldier.
Do we have to?
Are
I
you-
mean,
Are you talking about Talone?
Yes.
Alistair angrily eats porridge. Yeah, but if we show back up in the city with Talone, won't that be weird?
You're right. She is a guard.
She's too well known. I've never been inside silence my entire life. I generally stayed away from it. Would Alistair know anyone? Perchance?
Not off the top of your head.
Alright, fair enough. But in
So-
reality, sneaking into the Elven capital is even a worse idea.
Yes, considering that you have 8 here.
Yep. Who do we... Talone is a risk.
We could just go sneaking into silence alone.
I mean, you're right.
Probably not the best idea, though.
No, but it wouldn't attract that much attention.
It's the
Yeah,
problem of...
but if we sneak in and we get caught,
We have no way out.
we're done for.
The problem also being with that, it's been 2 years. In a small town, everybody knows everybody. If you've been stuck with the same people for 2 years, there's probably very rarely a new face that you don't know.
You're right.
That kingdom has been isolated. The guards know probably everyone who's able to come in and out. And considering they can only go up as far as Castle Guard, there's not much to do in between there and Silence. I mean, as much as the tunnels are nice knowledge, opening the door is the better option.
Which
Because-
means we have to go to Elendor.
Yep.
And that's not gonna be fun.
No.
The place where some of us really don't want to go back to.
It's either we walk in with everybody else, not to raise suspicion to us, because there is an answer to Mr. Gatekeeper back there. So theoretically, they're anticipating that someday someone will open the gates.
King Thalmor, is there anywhere on Luavara that we can try and seek more about the past? Maybe we can find an answer? Well, let me see. Every major kingdom, I know for a fact, has some sort of a secret archive of its own history. Where they are, well, that's to be seen. I don't know where Elendor's is. Silences has been lost for over 550 years. No one knows where that is.
I put money in the lighthouse.
That would be the first place people would look.
What? The lighthouse? Who would look in the lighthouse?
I
don't
know.
know.
Kind of a
Lightbringer?
big, hey, look here item.
Yeah, that's why you wouldn't look there.
I do know.
That's the first place idiots look. That's why it wouldn't be there.
Mm.
I do know that the beast folk still live in a tribal society. Piecing together history with them is near impossible.
Not to mention they're probably not too heavily involved with what's going on.
No, they're not. The desert, I mean, as far as I'm aware, the desert are simply just living. Where their archives are, I couldn't tell you. It is way too big of an area to search. The Boreal Tides, however, they might have something up there. Actually, the Boreal Tides might be the best option for you if you want to seek knowledge. Especially with Ebon Keep. I'll move you guys back over to the map.
I thought that was all part of Dandelion and such.
Technically, yes. Technically, yes. Technically, no. Because, you see, the Boreal Tides separates from Dandelier's control at Ebon Keep. Where the snow reaches, that's where it splits. They basically claimed independence a long time ago.
I
They've
see.
proven themselves that they can handle themselves up in the north. And we dwarves mostly handle ourselves within the mountain ranges. Hence the reason why we gave up our positions to Genhilder.
Mm-hmm. You wouldn't happen to know which one of their cities would hold their archive, do you?
I wouldn't have the slightest idea. I do know one thing, though. Ebon Keep. If you can find one of their guardians and convince them to take you to the dragons, they would have the knowledge of the past. They are thousands of years old.
Wait a second. Didn't our little friend come from Ebon
Yeah.
Keep?
You did.
Who?
Official cheese tester.
Yes.
Ah, Gax.
Yes, Gax.
You're right. Gax came from Ebon Keep.
Gax and the rest of his siblings. Or the others. The other kobolds. I think we might have to get in touch with Gax and, oh, what's his name?
The Dragonborn, who
Yes, our Dragonborn
Yeah.
friend who helped us out.
I don't know if he's
I don't think he's giving much of a help.
no.
He kind of relinquished control back to them.
Yeah.
But they respect him.
Yeah, I don't know if we necessarily need Gax either. Because I don't know if they're just gonna be like, oh, you know Gax? Yeah, we'll open up the door.
He's an old pal of
But
ours.
Gax might remember how they got out.
He's a kobold, and kobolds are known to dwell with dragons. That
And
might be
that's
another
right.
option.
Not only that, but don't you remember how surprised the Adventurers Guild was to hear that they came all the way from Ebon Keep?
That's fair. It was a long trip.
Yeah.
It was very unusual. And with as dangerous as it is, it can't be easy to get out of there.
Well, I don't know if it's a pass. You can go through Ebon Keep, I assume, right, Josh?
Yes, but Gax said his mother was a dragon, didn't he?
He did.
So we're getting Gax, and we're going Ebon Keep. Alistair's looking at the map and just
Gax might not
dying.
remember much, but he can talk to Bruno? I think that was his name. The one that was keeping watch over the
nest.
Flesh Ripper nest.
So, out of curiosity, who here speaks
Draconic?
Draconic?
Yeah, no.
Gax speaks Common and Draconic.
Yeah, I just picked up Goblin.
Sorry.
I know Gnomish, Undercommon, Common, and Dwarven.
But I can cast comprehend languages, so at least we can understand. And dragons dragons are really intelligent, aren't they?
I'd say a dragon probably knows
They are
Common.
known to be quite intelligent, and with
Yeah.
as long as they live, I can't imagine that they would not learn other languages.
Being held up in Ebon Keep, I would assume so.
The dragons themselves are held in Ebon Keep?
Well, no.
Where they live.
It's a difficult situation. Dragons were hunted vigorously in the past 1,000 years or so. Like ancient history, we're talking. They settled within the mountain ranges that are right here. This is where they call home. Ebon Keep was established as a neutral ground for passerbys. We've been trying to get another keep settled between Thalrog and Mildor, roughly about right here. However, efforts were nigh. So, if you wanted to speak to somebody who knows Draconic history, Ebon Keep and the mountains to the west of it is your place to go.
So, King Thalmor, in your professional opinion, do we need to go grab a kobold that we know and bring him with us there?
I personally have not interacted with the dragons at all. Let me make a roll for him real quick.
It's just, I'm dealing with the concept of going all the way to get to Gax, and going all the way to Ebon Keep, then bring him all the way back.
You said anything about bringing him back?
And it would be impolite to not do that, Cody.
He's a permanent party member now.
Yeah.
We gave him a job. We can't make him miss work.
He's our
He'll lose his
chicken.
He'll lose his pension.
He's our chicken.
Unfortunately, it's been very, very long time since I've spoken to the mayor of Ebon Keep, I think it is now.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's either we go to Silence or we go to Ebon Keep. Now, another question that we have to answer is what are we going to do with you guys?
I assume we're bringing them to Guild Hinder.
Genhilder would be a nice, safe place to go. They are not under the control of the councils. Plus, the king and I know each other. But it would be nice to go for a visit again. Piper's gonna speak up and say, I can make sure that they can get there safe.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I have a feeling I could. Actually, you know what? I think it's about time I go ahead and use this. You're gonna see her reach into her pocket. She's gonna pull out what appears to be like a very small whistle. And then she's gonna look over to Silky and say, "You might want to cover your ears." And as she does so, she takes in a deep breath. She blows into the whistle, but you guys don't hear anything.
Silky only has two hands, so her other ear is ringing.
No, because remember,
Yeah, I can do that.
her third ear is ingrown on her left ear.
Mm.
So she just has to cover both of her ears to be fine.
Okay.
Okay. So I can still imagine that.
Here we go. Let's see if that worked. Silky's gonna turn to Mr. and Mrs. Goldbottom over here and say, are you guys gonna be okay with traveling to Genhilder? That'd be a nice trip. Nice to get out of the kingdom every once in a while.
Well,
if they run into trouble, they could always go to the farm.
yeah,
There's also Phalar's place right over there, too.
Oh, you're right. Baylor does live out that way, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Well, in case if you guys don't feel safe in Genhilder, she's gonna mark Phalars and the Nameless Farm on their maps and say, you can head here. This is Phalar's brewery right here. And then this here is my farm. Well, my master's farm, but this is where I used to stay. Right? I have 2 workers that are currently there. Just tell them that the Nameless or Silky sent you here.
I was about to say, we weren't called the Nameless when we last saw Mr. Michelson and Mr. Collins.
I'm
Oh,
sure we've
yeah, you're
been
right.
in communication with them.
At some
I
point.
sent them a letter a while ago.
Fair enough.
Just let them know
We
that
should probably send
Silky
a
sent
snack
you
for
guys.
Rufus too.
Yeah. And Piper, if you can bring like food or something for Rufus, that'd be great. Who's Rufus? My dog.
You big dog.
Alistair's just gonna lean over.
Be warned, he's a
Dire wolf.
dire wolf.
Oh,
Yeah, might want to bring him an antelope.
make me perception rolls.
Oh,
I
she's a
would
cat, isn't
if
she?
My roll 20 wasn't acting weird. I have to reboot it. It's being stupid.
Ooh.
Or
I
Silky.
forgot she's a cat girl.
So, Alistair and 8, you guys suddenly hear the sounds of thrashing leaves and breakings of sticks.
Bo is immediately drawn and pointed towards it.
Feeling fatal.
Then, of course, Fatali is going to be poking her head out from the bushes right here.
Oh,
I almost caught you saying Fatalis.
just for
Ragnar immediately starts looking for his donkeys and
Fatali.
then just gets depressed.
Fatali.
Fatali, there you are. Took you a while. I hear Sister's whistle. Is there trouble? No trouble, Fatali. Come on down.
Mom, Dad, wild child.
This is our sister Fatali. Fatali, we need to go to Genhilder. Do you think you can make sure that we get there safely? Sister and friends? That's right. Nothing will touch sister and friends. Alright, there we go. There's our protection.
Alright, that's fine with me.
Is it just me or does anybody else want to hug Fatali?
Yes.
You can try. It's your it's your risk of injury.
It's your fatality.
And also,
We
and
are
also the
known
fact
as her sister's friends.
And also the fact that Ragnar and 8, you guys can definitely smell Fatali. She's wild after all.
Yep. It's like.
I
hmm.
mean, I'm pretty sure we probably don't smell the prettiest after,
Slugging
running
through the
around the way
sewers.
we have been for a while here.
We were slugging through the sewers. We don't smell pretty either.
Yeah. Fatali is just gonna like lean in past 8 and Ragnar and say, "We'll have extra food."
I give her a bowl of porridge.
She's gonna like jump forward, like take it, put it in between her legs, and start eating it with her hands.
Alistair just shrugs and keeps eating his.
Ragnar, your dad's gonna lean into you and say, "Are we sure we can trust this kid?"
Uh,
Tali
don't-
is a little rough around the edges, but she's helped us out of many a tight spot.
She's a good fighter.
yes.
Isn't she the one that killed Benova?
Yes.
I'm not saying any character was like out of character. I'm like, isn't she the one who killed the Benova?
Yeah.
She also laid out all 6 of your asses.
Mhm.
Yeah, no, I'm not arguing with it. I feed Fatali and I just accept the reality of the situation.
Pretty much.
I just look at my dad as like, if she gets out of hand, just give her food. You'll be fine. Apparently, she has a taste for donkey.
All right, I'll trust you. Just make sure that you're safe in whichever place you go.
I'll try to keep you guys informed, but no promises. I don't know how much communication I'm going to be able to.
Well, at least do your best to try and stay in contact with us, and don't expect any more money from us either, since
No.
we're kind of broke now.
Yeah. I appreciate everything you guys do. I'm broke too, by the way. You know, it took every last bit to break you guys out. Yeah. But hey, it was worth it.
Piper's gonna fist bump and be like, "Yay for being poor."
Yeah.
You're here.
Yeah.
You'll get used to it.
So, Piper, I gotta ask this. Was your mother a rabbit and your father a chimera?
Well,
If your father doesn't slap you, I will.
Oh my god.
I'm pretty sure I explained to you that Silky, me, and Fatali were made in an alchemist lab.
yeah, it's
Way to be insensitive, Ragnar. Now you made her feel bad.
No, it's fine.
Let him just wallow in it. He needs this for character development.
character development. Okay.
Fatali's gonna look up and say, "Has Sister Piper heard from other sisters?" No, Fatali, I haven't heard from anyone else. She's gonna put down her bowl and she's gonna pound her chest and say, Fatali found other sister.
Oh.
Fatali found Sister Diana. Where? There was springs and snow, spring, strange buildings, red roofs, arches, and people with ears. Knowledge locals, anyone?
Oh, very much.
Or geography?
Yeah.
Geography.
Geography, okay.
Yeah.
Damn it, Jacob!
Actually, this
What
makes
up, you?
this makes sense for Jacob.
Oh, I know, 'cause I know what we're talking about. Alistair's just well traveled.
I know, but the fact that I just went up to you.
Jacob, this sounds very familiar to the Kitsune village of Thallin.
Fallon?
Yes.
Sounds a bit like Fallon.
The Kitsune village?
Oh, I haven't thought about that place in a while.
Hey, correct me if I'm wrong, but it's what comes to mind first.
I mean, I don't know another place that has a bunch of kitsunes and red roofs. It's kind of a very distinct style for the area.
Very interesting. Well, if you guys head out towards Elendor, say hi to Diana for me, sis.
I'm more impressed with the fact that Fatali moves around that much.
I'm not. She has nothing tying her down or
That's
slowing her down. She kills on the go.
But Tally run quick, and you can see like her hands are like covered like calluses, like very thick calluses, and of course her claws as well help traction in dirt and running through forests and climbing trees and stuff.
nice.
Why do I think of like, as soon as she goes to run anywhere, all I can hear is meep meep, and then just after cloud of her, and after image of her, but in cloud and dust.
It's gonna stand up and stretch and say, "Well, we're gonna head to Genhilder. Might as well get an early start."
Luckily, you're not too far.
Yeah, the sooner we get there, the better, though.
I guess we're gonna make our way towards Yvonne Keep.
Sounds like it.
We'll just start heading west.
Well, we'll travel together till we hit the road, and then we'll park there. It'll be easier that way.
Do you
Right.
think we should take official roads through Dandelier country?
It'll be a while. It'll be a while before
We're not
They
going
could-
anywhere near.
they can dispatch guards. I think we'll be
Huh.
fine.
Not to mention, we're not really going like home. We're going relatively close to Homeland, but we can just avoid it and go straight to Yvonne Keep.
Yeah, fair.
The annoying thing is that we have to trek all the way back to. I can't read the small map, but the place is next to the lake. Not Satone. I don't think we ever Strafes.
Steps?
Steps, yeah, where everyone was laid up and we cleaned the farm.
Silky's gonna reach into her bag. Or we can just go straight to Homeland.
Silky, you're my hero. Wait, go to Homeland.
Or
Oh, because you have to know where you're going.
yeah, or
Yeah.
the fork in the road that leads to Homeland,
Uh,
and we could
Other-
just go west.
Silky, you're my hero because I completely forgot you had that.
To be honest, so did I. We were supposed to use it to get out of the castle.
But we were caught up in the moment.
Yeah.
To be honest, I'm glad we didn't.
Yeah, we probably would have ended up a lot further than where we are.
Fair enough.
Well, if you guys got that fancy scroll, I wouldn't waste any time if I were you.
No, I don't think we have the advantage of wasting time.
Alright, so everybody's gonna go ahead and gather up.
Be safe.
Alistair, you're going to have to reluctantly give up Wubbis.
I assumed he just was chilling.
Safe
What
travels.
else? Safe travels.
Alright, Ragnar, here you go.
Oh
Now,
boy.
remember, you're not taking us to Homeland. You are taking us to that fork in the road that leads into Homeland.
Understood. Everybody ready?
Yep.
Ready as can be.
Oh, nice.
Nice.
Modified 20.
All right. So, with a flash of arcane light, you guys teleport, and then suddenly the world comes back into focus. And you guys are standing in front of the giant sign that reads Homeland going eastward, and then Vidara and Ebon Keep going westward.
Alistair's gonna like lean over a little bit, like breathing.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of that either.
Does it just like twist your stomach?
Yeah.
Like Eva's just holding her head, just like, I don't think I'll ever get used to that.
Oh, let's walk.
That's
We have
my
a lot of-
favorite way to travel.
I'd say we take a minute or two and, get rid of the nausea.
You too?
We don't all always be teleporting around the field because we can't stand in one plane of reality, Ragnar.
Oh, well. I mean,
Little
Oh.
pudding.
Oh, by the way, I am going to need Ragnar, and I will roll for Xavian to roll me fortitude saves.
I am here.
Oh, never mind.
Welcome back.
fortitude
Yo, we got
save.
everybody.
I know, I love it.
Okay, Ragnar, you make the check,
So Xavier.
and Xavian
Giddy.
does as well. Yes.
What are there for those four though?
From the sewer rats.
Right.
If I remember correctly.
You are correct. You guys did get bitten by the sewer rats.
By
So,
the rat attack.
so Rusty, basically to fill you in, everybody that was rescued from Dandelier is going to go to Genhilder or the farm. And you're trying to decide right now that you're on the road again, to go to Ebon Keep up north to search for more knowledge about the past from the dragons, or you can take the boat from Vidara to Deephold and then go back through Myra into Goldrift and go into the secret passage near the lake and go into Silence.
Or we could make a trip to Ellendor, which
Or you can go to Ellendor and see if you can search for their archives.
But
And you
some
also
of us don't really want to go back there.
Yeah, and you also learned that Fatali also found one of
Diana.
Silky's sisters, Diana, in the town of Thalon, or Thalon. That's what it is, not whatever the fuck I said earlier.
Could you ping that?
Yeah, it's just-
Star next to it.
Oh, all the way over there. Okay. By Elendor.
yeah,
Big tree. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a long track.
it's pretty far.
Yeah. I mean, theoretically, how long of a trip would that be?
From our current position, yes.
Several
Yeah.
months.
As much as I would like to go see Silky's sister.
Other than try, we're not going to Eleanor unless we absolutely have to. If we can't get the answers we need.
We're gonna go visit our buddy Gax, though, right?
No, we can't. We're not going to Gax.
I
Gax is
thought
all
we
the
were.
Gax is all the way down in Coronia.
Mm-hmm.
And right now, we're by Homeland.
As much as I would love to go get Gax, KP, it is not time efficient to go get him. Walk all the way up the Ebon Keep.
Especially because we were closer to there before we teleported.
Yeah. I mean, you guys could go to Corania and go get Gax, and then walk all the way to Ebon Keep. That's up to you.
I don't think we need Gax. I love him. I love him dearly. I don't think we need him.
We
I'd like to
won't.
get
We're not
more
even sure.
information about the trip and the way that they took.
Well, the
Well-
other thing is, we're not even sure if he would agree to come with us.
Yeah, he's licking cheese.
He's found his role.
No, yeah, but also wasn't he sent away from Ebon Keep?
He was. Not to mention, we don't necessarily need to know their path. When we go to the keep, we can talk to the people there, and they will let us know if we can talk to the dragons.
Yeah, we just have to talk their pants off. Oh
Mhm.
wait, we sent the Bard away.
It's fine. You're mildly charismatic.
Oh God, no.
You're more charismatic than I am.
Listen, charisma isn't my casting ability.
It's none of ours. No one's a sorcerer or a bard.
Although it is kind of my casting ability.
Silky casts off of Charisma.
Yeah.
She's an oracle.
I use both intelligence and charisma for casting.
I
Which
use
makes it very
strength for
difficult.
casting.
You know what?
I cast rock.
Yes.
I
Cast.
use wisdom. I use wisdom for casting.
No. You know what Rusty does? He casts true polymorph and turns everybody into a nail.
Yes. His hammer is his spell focus.
When the only tool you have is a hammer, every problem begins to look like a nail.
God damn.
That's
Now I gotta
so
make that
powerful
character.
illusion magic there.
All right.
All right.
So, on the road again.
On the road again.
So, first day after teleporting, I need Xavian and Ragnar to go ahead and roll me another fortitude save. Oh boy, Xavian, you fail. So, Rusty, you are going to be taking 1 point of dexterity damage and 1 point of constitution damage.
Oh boy.
Now that he's taken damage, I would assume that he would show signs of sickness.
Yes.
Does anybody pick up on that?
Make me heal checks.
It'd make sense for Alistair to notice it.
Yeah, Alistair, you do notice that Xavian does feel he does look a little sluggish.
You good there, bud?
I felt better.
I'm gonna look at his face, and I'm just gonna look around, palm back of hand the forehead. Look at him.
Yep, he
Just
is
check.
definitely popping a fever right now.
Whatever that rat bit you, you contracted something. Anyone got a restoration or a cure poison or disease?
No.
Or can any of you lovely people with magic detect it better?
Detect magic, not disease.
I could detect poison. I could detect. Yeah, I'll attempt to detect poison. It does say creature.
This is not a poison. This is a disease.
Oh, it's not a poison. I can tell you that much.
All right.
Maybe
Run with my sheet here.
maybe we should at least take it a little easy then.
Can Alistair look around for some medicinal herbs?
If you want to attempt a heal check to prevent the disease from continuing, you may.
Stella would like to look for some medicinal herbs in order to brew a potion.
I don't think it'll be necessary, Arstella.
Nope, 23 will pass, so you knock out 1 heal check.
That should all right. That should keep you topped off, but that's about the length of my medical knowledge. For other things I got is bed rest and stew. Aristella, your turn.
It's 1 heal. She can make 1 for Ragnar.
Yeah.
Alright, that'll also be 1 for Ragnar. Alright, so at the same time, everybody gets another full rest of healing.
Yay!
1 HP times your character level plus
Alright.
your constitution.
5!
So,
I get
I hate-
6.
I hate having like a 1 con modifier.
right.
Silky feels your pain. She also has that same number.
Healing.
1 more rest and I'll be fully healed.
Oh,
Yay.
lucky.
How many rests have we had? Because nobody was updating my sheet.
Oh,
We've had
just 2.
2.
2.
Just 2.
Okay,
Yeah.
so it's
4
It'll be
plus
4
your
plus
con.
con modifier.
Because we are level 4.
Oui, oui.
I literally forgot about that rule for a second until like, wait a minute. I'm like, wait a minute. We're going back to the original.
How it's actually supposed to be done.
Yeah.
Stop. Wait a minute.
Stop. Oh, wait a minute.
Alright, and then if everybody would also give, or somebody would also give me an encounter roll.
Counter roll.
Yeah,
You know
because
what?
you guys are moving.
You know what?
Who's feeling lucky?
I'm feeling lucky.
Who's feeling lucky today?
All right, Jacob's like relatively lucky.
It's a pretty average day. You guys, learned that 2 of your party members are sick, which kind of sucks.
We deal with it.
Yeah,
It does. I'd imagine it slows us down a little bit, and that's why it's a 41.
yeah, not too much to where it's actually going to impede your travels, but you're keeping a closer eye on Ragnar and Xavian for now.
Sickness enveloping me. All that I see.
Alright, second day. Same thing, Xavian and Ragnar. Fortitude saves.
Let's go. High rolls.
No.
I'm gonna laugh when it's revealed you need a 20.
Hey, if I need a 20, I need a 20.
Alright, so you both passed the save. Now for the healers
Hey, how you doing?
to do your things.
Dr. Alistair's in the house apparently.
That'll be
I'm gonna make a remedy
Oh.
with my familiar.
a remedy. And KP, would you like to explain what a remedy does?
Here, let me post the thingy for you.
Herb lore. Herb witches are masters of herbalism and can use their herbs to duplicate many of the effects of alchemy, as well as craft tinctures on their own. They can attempt a profession herbalist check in place of any craft alchemy check and gain a bonus on profession herbalist checks equal to half your class level. Alright, so you are going to commune with your familiar. As a standard action, the Herb Witch can administer a remedy to herself or a creature within reach, aka Ragnar, that consumes the remedy, and the Herb Witch attempts a Profession Herbalist check against the save DC of any one disease or poison currently afflicting the consumer.
I like to think that Aracel is taking a legitimate approach, where Alistair's like, just jog in place, you'll sweat it out.
Alright, KP, so let's go ahead and have you roll your Profession Herbalist skill. Oh, damn!
Damn.
Okay.
Is that a plus 12 I see? Oh shit.
Fuck.
You know,
Oh yeah, because plus her intelligence.
Alright, so as you guys are setting camp for the evening, Aristella, of course, brings out her little, puts together like a small little mortar and pestle, what she's able to use, considering that her cauldron was left back in the cart. Oh no, wait, you can carry that around with you, can't you?
She can make more than one remedy. She can make equal to 3 plus her intelligence modifier. So she can actually make a remedy for both me and Xavier.
Yeah.
yeah.
Thank you so much, KP.
So yeah, after some time of her, messing around with stuff in her cauldron, bubble, toil and trouble, she's gonna hand each of you a little glass bottle of a very strange dark green liquid.
Am I supposed to drink this?
No, you shut
Yes.
up, ass.
Look, if it tastes bad, that means it's working.
We can also give you it in suppository form if you like.
No, thank you. I don't want you anywhere near my backside.
Don't worry, I don't want to be there either.
Over the teeth, through the gums, like that stomach.
It's so entertaining with this
The
party.
sooner you get it down your throat, the sooner you can have something wash it down.
This party actually has survival skills and skills to travel the road.
I know, it's crazy, right?
Xavier just downs it like you would have shot.
I'm just a cleaning lady. Leave me alone.
No. No.
No, no, no.
No.
Oh man.
Let's just not repeat a scene from Little Nicky, okay?
Oh my god. You know what I just realized I made? I made the dwarf from freaking God of War.
Sindri?
Yeah, the neat freak.
Oh no.
It's like I slip into doorways that are invisible to people. I could teleport. From
Oh my
place to place.
god, you did
Or
make
away.
Sindri.
He did.
I
Now that
just
you pointed that
realized
out.
Wow, okay.
Alright.
Oh god damn it.
Alright. So, Rusty and Ragnar, you guys are fully healed of all of your status damage.
Which I had a none. Woohoo!
And we keep moving.
Damn, I didn't realize that the herb lore skill from witches is actually really busted.
Yeah,
Here's
it's
the thing.
really fucking strong.
I love how we tell her she can't be a healer.
Still plays a healer.
No, she's not even playing it at this point. She's not even a healer. She's a support.
Yeah.
Mhm.
She's not a healer, she's a support. She debuffs enemies, she buffs us, she removes conditions.
This party doesn't actually have a healer.
No,
KP,
we do not have a
KP
dedicated healer.
KP right now is the supportive soccer mom.
Oh my god.
She has orange slices.
Yeah, fucking can remove disease, poison, and later on can remove blinded, deafened, fatigued, nauseated, or sickened.
Alright, day 3. Since there's no more diseases to keep track of, who's feeling lucky?
K B K B K B
He is AFK.
K B.
Oh.
Oh,
What?
Fuck it.
Rusty, Rusty,
Rusty,
Rusty,
Rusty.
Rusty.
Do y'all trust me with how my day's been?
Yes.
yes.
Not bad.
It's a
And you
positive.
just doubted yourself. How could you?
Believe in yourself, man. You can do it.
All right. Let's see here. Upon setting up camp for the evening, you guys stumble across what appears to be a campsite of another group left behind.
Ah, okay. So someone else left this campsite open.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Make me perception rolls.
I'll roll for KP since she's not here.
Key.
Oh, I'm busy.
Damn.
I rolled a 2. This is my first low roll of the night, so I'll take it.
All right, 8. While you're walking around, scavenging for, some nuts and berries and stuff to make dinner and such with, you happen to find a small pile of rocks that looks very out of place.
All right, I'll investigate it.
Do you move it with your hands? Do you kick it with your feet?
Do you touch it?
You poke it with a stick.
Poke it with the stick.
You just poke it with a stick, the rock just move. Nothing happens.
Just gonna move it around then.
Hey, why are you playing with Ori shit?
I don't know. It's just odd. There's something about it.
No, you didn't get that.
No, of course I didn't. It just flew over my head.
Alright, so
Yeah,
Ori,
just gonna-
rock people.
yeah.
Yeah.
You're just poking around the rocks, and eventually you like shove one of the rocks off of the top. Nothing happens.
Okay.
Get in there
What-
with your hands.
I was gonna say, what do I have a feeling I want to detect magic this?
Can if you want to.
Yeah, might as well.
Alright, detecting magic. There's no magic.
All right, screw it. I'll just start moving around with my hands.
Alright.
It's a bomb.
You just pick up a couple of the rocks, you move them to the side. After you take off like the first couple layers of rocks, you notice that it goes into the ground a little bit. And what you find is like a small like rectangular box at the bottom of it.
Hopefully.
All right, I take the box.
All right, pick up the box. It's just like a very shoddy, put together wooden box. Has a latch on the front of it. It's old, rusty.
I don't know.
That rusty
Pull on the
cold
latch
roll.
and open it.
All right, and inside you happen to find like a small piece of brittle parchment that's wrapped up with a little bit of twine.
I'll remove the twine and open up the parchment.
For what you can see, it appears to be a map.
A map.
Yes. appears to be a map that kind of looks like it's going north into the wilderness a little bit. And then you can see like a little red flag that's like etched into the bottom corner of the map.
All right, I'm just gonna bring this back to the group. It's like, hey guys, kind of, I found a map here, and she'll just hold up like a brittle parchment.
Alistair's gonna look at the map.
Yeah, like I said, it's just like a very, very poorly put together map that shows the roads that appear to be where you guys are on right now. And it's a treasure map, basically. Just dotted lines that go to the north of the road where you guys are. And again, there's like a little drawing of a red flag at the bottom left.
I mean,
Alistair would like to follow the map.
Yeah, we kind of broke.
I'll let the woodsman do his things.
Silky does warn you guys and say, this kind of looks like it's going back up towards the mountains.
It's go that far? Alright, Silky, I know this is a bit of a detour, but we are flat broke.
I mean,
And if we're going,
I'm sure we could find some work in Ebon Keep.
besides, we're also heading up towards the mountains to go to Ebon Keep anyway.
I mean, if you guys,
Like-
I wouldn't mind taking a little detour.
Does it look like it's like going here, Josh, or going like here?
While you guys open up your maps and compare it to this older version of it, it does kind of look like it's going towards this little blotched out area right there.
See, that's fine. We can do that. That's on our path already.
I mean, we're already detectives in a sense and trying to figure out what the hell's going on with these kingdoms. May as well do a little detective work on our finances. Maybe. Who knows? Maybe it's just a other spot or something like that. It could be a spring.
Detective work on our finances. Let's see. There were traces of pixie dust in our bags when we had our money stolen the first time, and oh yeah, that's right. We got chased out of a kingdom because we're wanted for treason now.
Well,
I don't
yeah,
know
that's our
those.
money troubles now.
There's
Now
no
we just
proof
need
that
to
that
figure out.
we're the ones who went in there.
No. She's not talking about that. She's talking about the sword.
Alright.
We were chased out of the kingdom because of the sword. They definitely outed me, at least. Considering they imprisoned my mother and father. Sometimes this beautiful mug is too recognizable.
What? What was strange is we didn't see any of your other family members.
Oh,
Oh.
my father said that was taken care of.
Okay.
When the guards first approached my family, he sent word to my cousins not to return.
Okay.
Get out.
Get out, run, hide, do something, anything.
And then here's our dumbasses.
For once, be a bitch.
Waltzing right back in.
It's just
Lay
like,
low.
let's go back in.
Well, hey, if we didn't go back in, we wouldn't have found the king.
I'm just looking at it this way. The gold bottoms have always been knee deep in shit. Nothing's changed.
Just different type of shit, I guess.
Uh-huh.
I was gonna say, except the type of shit.
Well, different toilet.
Shit's still shit.
All right. Day 4.
KP.
KP, KP.
KP. KP. KP. Make the roll.
It's another.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's go.
All right. Oh boy. 89.
Day 420.
That's a
High rolling.
pretty good roll there, KP.
It's playing nice because I was gone for so long.
Seems like it. Alright, let me go ahead and create a map real quick here. Oop, I think I opened up my Minecraft launcher. I did. Whoopsies. My file search is like right next to my launcher on my taskbar, so whoops. No, let's use this one. This one looks fine. And of course, gotta go grab everyone else. Oh, by the way, everybody go ahead and take another days of healing.
Yay!
Whoop, whoop, whoop.
So,
HP has reached maximum.
are we at day 5? Oh, we're at day 4 healing. So I already.
I'm still 12 under.
Yeah, I am.
Yeah, I'm still 11 under.
I'm not.
I'm only rocking a 27 in HP, okay? Leave me alone.
I'm rocking. I need a 31 to. Right now it's at 23. I'm decent right now.
I mean, I still have more HP than Ragnar, so
Yeah, but say, what's your total right now, Xavier?
55.
Yeah, mine's only 36.
You're more than double mine.
Alright, so you guys are passing by through the forest, following your little treasure map. Let's go ahead.
We come across those pixies.
Alright, so
Now the brawl.
as you guys are making your way through the forest, you guys suddenly start to feel like something is very wrong.
Hmm.
I want to detect or cast detect magic.
I second that.
Okay. So you guys cast your detect magic, and what it doesn't seem like anything is around you guys. Up until further up along the path, you guys suddenly see off to the side into the tree lines. What am I talking about? You're in the fucking forest. Off to the side of the way that you're taking, you guys suddenly have like this big explosion of magic energy come into view.
Are we flashbanged?
No,
Okay.
no, it gradually like builds up until like it's completely in your sight, and you're like, what the fuck is that? Oh my god, bright light, turn it off. And then you guys also notice that you happen to also smell wood burning.
Guys, I'm not sure what's up ahead, but it's super magical.
Smell
I see.
burning wood.
Oh, fire.
Camp, maybe?
Well, I mean, I can use a new spell to go investigate.
You guys are also noticing that this sense of uneasiness is getting very strong.
I think I have. Wait.
Let's be our friend.
Have we felt this sort of uneasiness before?
Knowing on how much you guys took note of it, you have.
I think it's the collector.
Yeah, I was about to say, this is the gypsies, right?
Why do we always run into her when we're broke?
You know, fate has a cruel sense of humor for us.
Well, let's at least go say hi, I guess.
I just hope you're right. Well, anyways, prepare yourselves just in case. With that, I cast Mage Armor on myself.
Okay.
Boop. Just put it in the chat. 'Cause I don't know if it's this bitch or not.
You do have as you guys are making your way through the story or through the trees, towards the campfire. You do happen to find Lady Isabella, sitting there with her magical cart behind her and like a full blown like campsite, a large tent, a roaring campfire, and her two white horses are off into the forest just doing their thing.
Grazing. Yeah. Well, ain't this a quinky dink?
You're gonna see her like sitting on a stump, just like sipping some tea, and she's gonna look over and say, "Well, isn't it very interesting to see you lot here?"
The pleasure is all ours.
Can I interest you all in some lunch?
Oh, we wouldn't want to intrude. We just so happen to be passing through.
Oh well, I certainly wouldn't mind. Company is always wonderful.
Ragnar, it's rude to make a lady eat alone, isn't it?
It is, but our coin purses are a little
Ragnar,
light.
it's rude to make a lady eat alone, isn't it?
Silky's gonna
How's-
lean in and say, "Aren't we like super suspicious of this girl?"
Of course. All right. Oh,
It's not like she knew we would be coming this way.
That we know of.
Turns out she has an arcane mark on us.
I ain't pissing her off.
Let's just be polite. And, I mean, we were gonna be stopping for lunch soon anyway.
We will very graciously accept your offer for lunch, Lady Isabella.
Wonderful. In that case, then let me go grab some more. Gonna set her little teacup down, get up and walk into her carriage.
Ragnar, rule 1, we do whatever she says. Rule 2, when you're poor, you never, ever go away on free food.
as far as you know, it's free.
I will. It smells delicious. I will
Uh,
sell my fucking soul.
You be careful what you wish for.
I'll be right back really quick.
You do it. You wish with your soul. I will.
It's okay. It's disgusting and dirty anyway. So
All right. So after
Cast station on you to make you a little bit cleaner. Is like, I hope that helped, but I can't do much for the soul.
Station your soul.
all right.
Alistair looks a little cleaner. He's still covered in dirt though. You can't clean the filthy man.
You okay there?
At least I make you smell nice. Like lemons.
Nope. Dying.
Lemon pledge.
Lemon pledge.
All the math.
After a while, Lady Isabella is going to come back out, turn around, and you're going to see she's carrying like a full-blown like tea set on a silver tray. And she's going to look over and says, "Well, go ahead, sit on down."
Thank you much.
And you guys are going to turn and then suddenly see that there's 6 more stumps surrounding the fire that she was sitting at alone just like 5 minutes ago.
Were those there when we got here?
They were not.
We do what the very powerful weird lady asks of us.
Just sit down and quit talking, boys.
She's gonna start pouring everybody some tea and handing everybody their drinks and such. And on the tray, there's also like an assortment of like pastries and breads and suches and cheeses.
Please.
Alistair
Thank you
looks.
very much.
Alistair looks at the cheeses and just is like, a real cheese?
I cast detect poison.
Not poisoned.
God.
Can't people just be nice to us?
I am a noble. This is how you poison people.
No, I'm your dungeon master. That's why you're so suspicious.
It's like I could just imagine before Ragnar casts detective magic. The freaking.
Oh, I will
Like,
say
I
this.
just
I am
reach
not
in.
hiding the fact that I'm casting detect poison.
It's like before you even did that, like I just reach and grab a thing of cheese and just.
It is a verbal and somatic component requirement, so it is visible that I'm doing this.
Like
Ragnar, I get that you're from a different tier of society, but try to trust people a little more.
No, dear. He is well within his right mind to not trust a stranger.
Alistair has like half a thing of a pastry and like the teacup in his hand, like, what?
okay,
But we're not exactly strangers, Mrs. Bella. I mean, we're acquaintances. We've bumped into each other before. And
True.
we didn't have a bad encounter before.
Well, that is true. But, however, I could assure you that nothing is poisoned. And she's gonna reach out, pick up a piece of cheese, and eat it as well. Although I do find it very odd that a group of young adventurers are out in the woods, especially this far off of the main road. And given the circumstances of what's been happening in Dandelier recently.
Oh? Well, out of the loop. You mind,
Maybe a bluff
giving
roll.
us the news?
We had much of our
Oh,
gear
I,
stolen by pixies in one of the, or the
I-
fae in one of the
I
recent
assume this is
nearby
something
towns.
new. I assume this is something new of after we left.
Matt, you and I damn well know
It's
We're
been
the
3
talk of the town.
that your actions as a group
It's been 3 days. A lot can happen.
make me a bluff roll.
Make that bluff roll.
I did. 17. It's not good. I have no modifier. There's no ranks in it. That's as good as Alistair gets when it comes to lying.
That's still pretty good.
Oh, your group must have been away from the kingdom.
Yeah.
Apparently, there was a grand heist.
Really?
Yes, a grand heist and a prison break directly out of the Dandelier's castle.
They say what they stole or who they took?
Apparently, somebody managed to locate the secret archives,
Oh my.
stolen some very precious documents to the kingdom of Dandelier, broke several prisoners out of the dungeons, and even killed the head council member.
Wow. You sound like some vicious criminals.
That's terrible.
Except there's a thing of cheese.
I do find it quite odd, however, that this is all happening so quickly, especially after the Sword of Silence was apparently sighted in the kingdom.
There's been a lot of odd happenings lately, all over the place.
They found the lost sword? I thought that sword was gone. Thrown into the ocean. Goodbye.
Well, it has been lost for quite some time, however, it is very interesting to hear that it has returned.
That is.
I mean, with all the other odd happenings around all over the world lately. I mean, it is a surprise, but should it be that much of a surprise that something else should pop out of the woodwork?
Well, given the fact that Silence's doors still remain locked, creatures of the desert are starting on rampages recently.
Creatures of the desert?
Well, yes. There has been rumors circulating amongst the merchants, at least, that the desert dwellers are having trouble keeping back the great monsters that reside among the sands. Harsh weather has been affecting the beast people for quite a while now. And the winters of the north is finally dying down, which is wonderful.
If you don't mind me asking, my lady, what brings you to this neck of the woods? You yourself are far off the beaten path.
My horses do enjoy some wild berries that grow around these regions. I figured I'd stop by, enjoy nature for a while.
Quite elegant answer. Takes a sip of his tea.
What about you lot? What brings you all out here?
A hope at a potential of recovering some of our stolen gear.
Well, being as adventurers as we are, we're constantly running out of funds.
Well,
So we're looking to recoup.
running out of funds, running into problems. And apparently the Fae loves us.
Pixies.
Ah,
You little bastards.
yes, very, very curious, but yet mischievous little ones they are.
We had bought in a whole crate of healing potions, and they not only stole that from underneath our noses, but the rest of our coin too. Or at least a good amount of it.
Shiny and magical items are their specialty, after all.
Indeed. I should really get some lock on that goddamn cart. And some new donkeys.
Well, unfortunately, around these parts, you're not going to find much in terms of coin, unless if you're going to be hunting bigger game up in the mountains.
Alistair's ears perk up. Oh? What kind of big game is up in the mountains?
Several different kinds. Not to mention the crypts that are around here.
Crypts? Like undead crypts.
I'm assuming that you're looking for them. We're doing a little grave robbing, are we?
Oh, no.
This is news to me.
We got a lead on someone's personal stash. And we're doing a little bit of repossession. Not grave robbing. That's a lie.
We wouldn't dare disrupt the dead. Well, that is
Nothing ever comes good from disrupting the dead.
Oh, that is good news then.
Well,
Well,
since yes,
see that as though you are not so heavy on coin anymore. I would offer you some of my wares in my wagon, but it sounds to me more like that you are looking for information among anything.
Information is one of the most valuable resources when it comes to travel.
Correct. Correct. So, how about I offer a deal? I am known as the Collector, after all, and I collect various things from knickknacks to magic items, weapons and armors to even information.
what information do you seek?
Anything that you be willing to provide. I will therefore give you something equivalent in return.
Ragnar starts looking to the group like, I don't
Shit,
like
we can
this.
tell her.
I don't like this deal. He says it all over his face.
We're trying to keep ourselves relatively.
Aristella just shrugs her shoulders.
I am back.
Rusty, how much information would you be willing to tell the collector for an equal exchange of information? Like, we don't trust this bitch, but she also scary powerful.
Mhm.
Here's the
And the
question.
information she would have could be very valuable.
Here's the
Especially
thing.
trying to get into silence.
I simply look at Silky and I say, to be quite honest, you're kind of the lead of this party.
Me?
Yeah, everything we do kind of revolves around you. Sorry to
I
put
mean,
your
you're
head
kind of the
on.
one that pulled the group together.
Yeah, sorry to kind of
You
toss you under the
literally
bus.
hired us.
Well, you're the one who always does most of the talking to people.
He's got you there.
Okay.
Do you mind if we have a quick group huddle like 12 feet over there?
Of course. Be my guest. However,
Huddle.
before you go, though, let me at least add a little bit more security to you. You're going to see her like reach into her pouch and like sprinkle a couple of things onto the ground, and you're going to see a magic circle form underneath her. And she's going to look at you all and say, I promise that I will not cheat you out of a deal, and that I will provide you the proper information with equivalent value to any information that you give me. And I will not force you to give me any information.
Thanks. Huddle. All right, so we can tell her something that doesn't directly link to us.
How much like we have a lot of information we can indulge. It's just a matter of what do we indulge.
We could.
That's the big issue.
We
I kind of understand us not trusting her, because have we actually asked anybody in any town if they know about her?
Nope.
Absolutely
No.
not.
Okay,
We-
we should make a mental note for that the next time we're in town.
absolutely.
Yeah.
We'll definitely do that.
Right, so there's a couple things that I have an idea that we can tell her that won't obviously link to us. The King of
Elaborate.
Dandelier is alive.
How do we propose that?
It's just information. We don't tell her how
so
we
what
know.
we heard it. So what we heard it as a rumor.
No, she's not
actually,
going to ask where we get it from. It's
here's
just an
the-
exchange of information.
That's kind of true. So
'Cause
the
we
King
can
of
also
Dandelier is alive.
we can also tell her that the head councilman of Dandelier was a tiefling.
She would question how we know that, though.
That would definitely implement
That
that.
would raise flags.
Yeah.
Yeah, because she just mentioned to us that apparently when the councilman members died, and if we just make mention of a councilman,
We
We already
heard
denied having been in the area.
we heard. All right. We could just say that we heard that tieflings infiltrated Dandelier.
It's
But we have
not
also
really
said we
much.
haven't heard much news from about Dandelier.
about Dandelier, so it's like anything other than Dandelier.
I don't got much anything else other than Dandelier.
I look at the group. Well, we got a lot of personal baggage.
Yeah, but none of it's newsworthy. That's a
That one's
lie.
a-
Some of it's newsworthy.
That's yeah. I was about to say that one in particular is a princess.
Well, exiled princess.
Still,
I'd rather
yeah.
spill someone else's secrets than our own.
That's fair. Who else's secrets do we know, though?
There's a slaver masquerading as a
Yeah,
high-end.
Yeah,
we heard a rumor
But
that
that could be proposed as slander.
that is fair.
if you propose everything as a rumor, that's all it is. A rumor.
Well, what we can say is that we have encountered several branches of a rather large slave ring.
Operating in such and such areas. And we can also propose the fact that we have
And
suspicion of
we're
someone being
suspicious
involved.
that it might be somebody with quite a reputation for
Yo, we have a letter that literally says
being
his
quite
name.
well. Anybody can state a name in a letter, though. That's the thing.
We have an inclination.
Inconclusive evidence.
Yes. Everything's still being investigated there.
But we could start out with that. We could also say that some interesting things were found in a goblin camp.
Well, what if?
Encampment.
Now, hear me out, because this will not implement us in our little escapades the other night. What if we told her about the sword? That it's not a rumor, and in fact it has resurfaced. That is
But
definitely
it's
a
rumored
piece.
to have resurfaced in Dandelier.
Yes, but it didn't resurface at the same time of the incident.
Why don't we tell her what we found out about Didurtius? And how he wins all the time.
Oh. And the fact that we did discover that those who have formerly, those of the kingdom, Knights of the Kingdom know the password. That's actually a pretty big hint.
Well, so those two items alone could be worth something.
How about this? We propose those two items, and if she's not satisfied, perhaps we bring something else up?
It's always Sven.
I mean, if she's not satisfied with those, like, do we risk giving anything else out? Those are pretty big things right there.
True. I kind of just want to fuck with Sven.
We already have a target on our backs. I don't think we need another one. Right now, we're under his radar. Let's try and keep it that way for a while until we get our other problems fixed.
Fair point.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, at the end of the day, we could just simply refuse. We don't necessarily have to indulge any information, but I think the information about the heartbeat lock and everything is actually a good thing to indulge, because if someone does manage to break in, it might help us in the future when we seek to enter silence.
Yeah.
So
Well,
that
and
giving that
it's
information
not
away would
like
actually benefit us two ways.
I mean, a lot of people already had seen us there, so it wouldn't be. I mean, it would be a credible bit of information.
Yeah.
If we don't get anything out of it, then oh well. But I mean, if we can get something out of it, and it doesn't hurt us either way.
That's fair. Okay. I like the sound of that. So the Dertius and the heartbeat lock. That's our
That's your leverage.
our leverage, and that's
our
all we're
leverage.
giving.
For what information she'll give us of equal
She'll
price.
decide that.
Yep.
I'm certain. And if it's not something worth her time, so be it. Our other information is currently too tied up. We're too enthralled into it to indulge. And that's all we have to say.
Here's the thing: we don't actually know if she ever, my bluff check actually ever succeeded.
Well, it doesn't matter. But if we give her information about Dandelier and the rumors there, then it just confirms her suspicions. So, the safest bet is to do, the information about Dertius and the lock. And like I said, it doesn't hurt us to give that information. Because there were several other witnesses in that area who have seen us, so.
Fair enough.
All right. I think we unhuddle and return to our seats. My apologies that took so long.
That's quite alright.
Now, unfortunately, we cannot indulge all of our dirty laundry at the current moment. A lot of it is still, well, airing out.
Understandable. It's always good
But-
to at least keep some secrets.
Have you ever heard of the heartbeat lock?
Yes.
And Dertius the Loyal?
Yes. The valiant soldier and the lock that guards the gates of Castleguard.
We had came across some information during one of our attempts to enter silence via the heartbeat break lock. And we challenged the man to several things. One of a feat of speed, where I attempted to outrun him, and he managed to beat me to the end of the race, even though I used magic to move through space. The other was a test of wit, where we asked him many questions, and we learned that he can read the minds of those who he competes against, thus knowing the answers to all of our questions. However, we did manage to get an answer out of him. We learned that those soldiers of silence know the password in order to enter silence via the heartbreak lock. I don't know if you find any of this information useful, but that is what we have to offer.
So, for clarification, the soldier looks into the minds of the challenger.
Yes.
And if you can truly beat him in a battle of wits, he will let you in.
Yes.
That
You
is
can-
what he has stated.
Yes.
You
Because we've,
can challenge him to pretty much anything, from my understanding.
yes, because we've noticed him duel against many people, but he is never killed.
He's never been killed.
It's very valiant.
But he's also shown mercy to his opponents and never
Oh.
killed them.
Actually, there is one more bit of information we do have. You, who has the rubbing of the crest?
Silky pulls it out.
Please, present it. This crest is located on his armor. We actually restored his armor in order to, well, get a better rubbing of it. I don't know if this helps you in any way, but information is information.
Interesting. Do you mind if I make a copy of this? By all means, go ahead. Isabella is then therefore going to reach into her bag, pull out another piece of parchment, and then hold Silky's rubbing next to it. She's going to gently brush her fingers over the original drawing, and almost like in an astral form, a copy of it is going to fly from the one piece of parchment onto the other, and then eventually regain its physical form of the rubbing, and making an exact copy of it on Isabella's paper. She then hands back the original to Silky, rolls up her copy, and then sticks that in her bag. Okay. Well, with that information, surely somebody sometime soon would be able to break into Castleguard. And perhaps I might be able to do my business again in silence.
Perhaps.
I do agree that this information is very valuable. And the fact that some people are still trying is also interesting.
A great many deal of people.
Mainly adventurers.
Well, I do have one bit of information about silence that I can exchange for this information. That, to the proper person, would be extraordinarily valuable.
Perhaps for the proper person.
Well,
Persons.
do with it what you must. However, I must warn you. This information given to the wrong person may have dire consequences.
Understood.
She's going to hold up her hand and flick her wrist, and a small little scroll is going to appear into it. And she's going to place it on the table where the now empty silver tray is. This is the information that I can offer for the information about Didertius.
does it say?
So it's about the Dershis himself, huh?
So as everybody like leans in, and who picks up the scroll? Or do you just open it on the tray?
You know, I'll pick up the scroll because
I would leave it up to Silky because I feel like Silky would be the first one to, touch it.
Silky would therefore just leave it on the tray, just open it up, and everybody leans in to read what it says. The note that she leaves says, "The goddess survives, awaiting her champion."
the goddess survives awaiting her champion.
We've heard that before.
We
Where
have?
heard that before? I feel like we have, or something similar.
But what does
I
this
can't
have to
put
do
my
with the
finger on
Dershius? Is he the champion spoken about?
That
Pretty
question
sure
is-
he's
No.
not the goddess.
Don't even know we need to know the goddesses to figure out who the champion is.
Silky goes to ask Lady Isabella, "Wait, does this have to deal with Didertius?" And then as you guys also look up, you notice
She's gone.
she's gone. So is her tent, so is her wagon, and so are her horses.
God, that woman creeps me out.
What the?
She
Hmm.
she is terrifying
And
in the
then
Did they
best way
eat some-
possible.
you
Did
guys,
they
you guys
accidentally
also,
eat magic mushrooms?
you guys also notice that feeling of uneasiness is also gone.
Okay. Did I somehow? Did I just mindlessly eat a mushroom?
No, because it was
I'm tripping
collect-
right now.
We all saw
That
her.
would be group hallucination 8, and I don't believe that's what we.
Is the scroll still in front of us on
Yeah.
the silver tray?
Yeah, the silver tray is still there. The scroll is still there. Crumbs from the food that you were
Well-
eating are still on the tray.
Well, let's put things away and come up with a plan here, because obviously this is important information.
I'm going to take that silver tray.
But
If
I
you
feel
weren't-
like I've heard that before. Where?
It would be rude not to return it the next time we see her.
I feel like it was it was while we were down in Coronia.
KP, you specifically, I will allow you to make me a knowledge history roll, but it is a very high DC.
Okay, we'll give it a whirl. Where's my?
Oh.
Ooh, 25 is good, but unfortunately it doesn't make the save.
Well, I mean, what the most you can get is 28. Would that even have been high?
It
Oh, I
would have
guess
been. It
nat
wouldn't have been
20.
high enough. No,
Yeah.
she would have had.
Well,
To,
28
she would have had to nat 20 right there.
Yeah. Well, nat 28 is the nat 20, but it doubles. Yeah.
But no,
Can
Can I
KP.
try one more time? I want to try something.
Sure.
I am going to do. Where is it?
Gosh, KP is thinking.
God.
Unfortunately, I cannot allow Silky to use her focus trance ability on this because she wouldn't know anything about it.
Yeah, and I assume the rest of the party is godless heathens. So
I think
I know
Kate
I am.
got it because she actually remembered something.
It is.
Or at
It
least-
is relevant to KP.
Okay. There you go. Relevance.
Not what I thought that was.
I am with KP though. We've definitely heard this phrase before.
I will tell you guys right now, you have never heard this phrase before.
Really?
Nope.
Oh wow.
The only reason why I'm saying it is because it pertains to KP. That is it.
All right. You know what? I might. My brain might just be thinking.
Why
I've
is
heard
it sounding so familiar though? That's what I don't understand.
My thing. I think I'm thinking of the Return to Avalon with the whole God speech, hullabaloo.
I didn't
bull.
watch a lot of. I didn't watch any of the.
I know, but that's what I think I'm thinking of.
Is knowledge a wisdom check?
Intelligence.
Intelligent.
Okay.
Hamsters in there. The hamsters in her head are just
They're on fire
Scrambling.
right now.
Can't anyone see the smoke yet?
No, it's not the Canada smoke yet.
Well, let's move on for right now, and if I think of it or I figure it out, I'll let you
Okay.
Okay. So yep, back on the treasure hunt.
Enough distractions. Back to the treasure hunt.
I want money.
Money.
Rusty, what did I get for my second level patron spell? I forget.
Your second patron spell was Owl's Wisdom.
My second level?
Second
get one
level
every
was
2
Shield of
levels.
was Shield of Faith.
Okay, that's what I thought it was. I just wanted to make sure.
All right, so we move on to day 5.
Is everybody cool with me rolling?
Go for it.
For
Go for it.
Let's go. I wanted lower.
I should have knew that was what you were trying to do.
Yep.
Come on. You gotta have a little challenge in life.
I don't want it after that giant library fight.
All right, so everybody, you can go ahead and gain another full days of healing.
Woo! So close.
All right,
I'm
and
still not at Matt's health.
for that 35, Cody, I am going to hang on to that.
Let's
Oh
go.
no.
So as you guys, as the day is about to start running out, you guys do happen to come across what appears to be a sort of a medium-sized house that does kind of look a little run down and shabby. Broken windows, some of the siding is starting to come off, there's holes in the roof.
Love shack.
It's
It's
just
a love shack.
in the middle of the woods. And of course, it's getting dark as you guys are approaching this creepy ass house.
This looks like a place teens would sneak off to.
So, we're going to go ahead and call session here. So, that way, I can go ahead and prepare this encounter, and where I can also prepare Ebon Keep for you guys.
God.
Let's go. Fight, fight, fight.
Fight, fight, fight.
All right.
For the fun of hag.
So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you all very much for watching. I hope everybody had a wonderful time. Some more questions have arisen. As, again, the mysterious encounter with Lady Isabella and some new information given to the group by King Thalmor. But you guys will have to tune in to find out what these answers are. So thank you for hanging out. And again, if you guys have missed any of the sessions, they are always up on my YouTube page if you want to go check that out. Go follow Jacob, who is also streaming this.
And for my chat, also follow Alistar.
And we will
Who's
see
the
you
DM?
guys next week.
Next time.
Bye.
Ciao.